Hey, this is Carlos over at Terracotta. I'm one of the co-founders here, and I wanted to go ahead and introduce our new feature, which we have just introduced to our platform. For those who don't know, we are doing infrastructure as code PR reviews for Terraform, OpenTofu, CDK, and today is what you're seeing is CDK-Terraform. So what we're going to do is I have a new branch open. I am doing a fresh PR with some changes, adding some new components to our Terraform through the application using TypeScript at this point. So you see, I've already ran this in, so I'm going to go ahead and do a GitHub PR create. I'm going to push this up, and you're going to see Terracotta go to work. So here is the request. Let's see if we got it in. Cool. So what's going to happen is we scan your TypeScript for a JSON file that is produced, or we check for TypeScript and code types that is using CDK-Terraform. And when that repo is connected, because we connect at the org level, we automatically see it, and then we start doing a full-on review. So we actually run the synth, we get the information, we produce an HCL from your file, and then we start reviewing that file, so what the output's going to be. What's great is that you can start working with Terracotta directly in the PR to start getting feedback, make changes, and things like that, as well as ask questions. So there's a lot you can do here with this. It is trained in CDK-Terraform, tons of Terraform documentation and proper code. So what you're ultimately going to see is the ability to quickly iterate through your CDK changes, sanity check them, make sure they're safe, there's not introducing any risk, and also the opportunity to improve upon them. All right, so what's going to initially happen is that we're going to run a basic Terraform init on your code. So this produces the output, the resources to be created. You can see here that the potential warnings. Then we're going to run a TC review. So not only does a bot live here, you can do an @ symbol at it, but you can run a TC review. And what that is going to do is do a full deep dive into your code. It's going to look for misconfigurations, security risks, any gaps, cleaning it up and all that good stuff, and it'll produce it for you. All right, so it took a minute to produce. We ran through it. We have some feedback on what's wrong. So we have, generally valid, follows CDK-TF patterns, AWS group here, the security group, outbound traffic, probably need to change that. Here's some recommended fixes. All right, so this is things we can do to improve it. And this is just some of the good output that we're doing. But now I'm going to do a step further and say, hey, can you produce this code for me? At try Terracotta. Can you produce the, main.ts. So we'll go ahead and run that. All right, we've got our feedback and we have our new code with all the changes recommended. So now we could do, the best part is now we could do an actual simulation. So for those who already have their deployments already set out, we do information from AWS. So we can't do that. Regardless, it still works great because we can then simulate. If you have drift, the simulations are much better, but we can simulate what this is actually going to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and quote it. You don't have to, but because we do grab the context of the entire thread, but I'm going to say, hey, try Terracotta, can you run a simulation? Simulated deployment. All right, so we now have a simulated deployment log. So this demonstrates what you expect to be produced from this file. Again, if you have drift, then we can compare it directly from your drift or remote state file, so we can make sure things are aligned. Ultimately, it's doing the final and ultimate sanity check for your code before you deploy it. So just wanted to show you, we now support CDK-Terraform. Feel free to head over to tryterracotta.com, sign up for early access, and we'd be happy to have you jump on and try it out. Thanks, guys.